Hello, it is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving a midweek, mid-difficulty crossword. And I'm going to be solving it normally, none of that nonsense from yesterday. And today's normally solved themed puzzle has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Cortidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They, of course, sustain this channel, keep it going every day, every week, and every month, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you so much to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so yourself, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to everybody who supports the channel at any level. All right, let's get on to today's crossword by Michael B. Berg, whose second crossword this is for the New York Times, so welcome back to him. It's a Wednesday-themed crossword, mid-week, mid-difficulty level, we presume, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Project for a beginning knitter, probably a scarf. That's a simple shape that you might knit. Exams that are often optional. SATs, maybe? Sort of take them if you want to apply to university or something. Exposed as one's dirty laundry. You air your dirty laundry, and we use that metaphorically as well. Florence farewell could be ciao, in Italian. Munitions are arms, weapons, and if something spreads on social media, it could be a person spreads something on social media. This person reposts it. Cosmetics regulating organization. The Food and Drug Administration, I guess. I never really thought about who regulates cosmetics, but it must be them. Neutral shade in some Florida decor, ? Neutral shade, Tampa white or something? There's a question mark. Is that a pun? Does that reference something? Fancify, or a phonetic hint to 17, 23, 50, and 62 across. I don't know. Don't know what this theme's about. Tiny deviation from a general trend. You might say, oh, there's a bit of a blip, but it's back to normal now. And then a break in the action is a lull. Yes, you could say there was a bit of a lull, a break in the action. If you couldn't get enough of something, you ate it up. And a reason for a tucked tail, perhaps. Maybe a pet, a dog is feeling guilt, so it's sort of tucked its tail in shame. Here we have Anglo-Saxons, the pre-Norman Brits. Issa, or some of them anyway. Issa of Insecure, Issa Rae, who created that show. And Petri dish medium is agar, also known as agar. And protein in a niçoise salad would be tuna. Okay, so Tampa, I see, right. Tampa Beige, right. So that's referring to Tampa Bay. So the location. But here we've added a G to it, and we've created Tampa Beige, a neutral shade. So this is going to be something with G. Fancify, upgrade or something. We add G's to it. Beige. Oh, zhuzh up. We zhuzh it up. We add a zh at the end. I think that's probably what it is, which I think is Z-H-U-Z-H. I think it's how you spell zhuzh in terms of making something a bit fancier, a bit posher. The shoddy sandwich knife couldn't, let's see if this works. I'm going to check the crosses. The shoddy sandwich knife couldn't cut the mustard, e.g. Right, it's a bit of a pun. Early HIV medication. Oh, probably recognize this when I see it, but I can't think what this is. Is it DZT or something? No, it's not. What is it? Blank nose. Who knows? That's what I'm asking myself. Chess piece that can be promoted is a pawn. Could be promoted into, I guess, any piece once it gets to the other side of the board. It might be fixed at a chef's table, right? So the menu, it might be a fixed menu. Let's just look at this quickly. Word after latch or glom. You could latch onto something or glom onto it. There we go. I knew this ended with T. So early HIV medication is AZT. There we go. So what about this one? Lighthearted invitation for joining one's sled team. Slip. Sled. Sledding could be about slipping. Slip. I don't know. Can't think. No, it's not. New York deli name is Katz because, yeah, Katz's Deli. Famous New York City deli. And portrayed in When Harry Met Sally. Lighthearted invitation for joining one's sled team. Skip to my luge. There we go. Right. So skip to my loo is a kind of classic, I guess sort of rhyme children's song. I guess you could say maybe. And then luge is that kind of downhill sled based sport. Okay, product from RIT. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. That slaps for something good, e.g. slang, I guess. One might be mounted. I'm not sure. Nisi Blank of Clean House. I don't even know what this is. Guthrie, who sang Arlo. It's Arlo Guthrie, who sang Alice's Restaurant. So Arlo is the answer there. One getting top billing would be a star, presumably. Top billing in a film, for instance. Censures is... if you censure someone, you kind of, scold them or penalize them. What is this? One might be mounted. Oh, a horse. Someone might mount a horse. Oops. Okay, don't know who Nisi Blank is. Product from RIT. I don't know what that is. Censures. Don't know what that is either. Tate Modern and others. Art. Museums. I don't know. Nash. I mean, it's a name. How a Dylan impersonator might sing. Oh, they might sing nasally because Bob Dylan has a sort of nasal voice, very distinctive. So if you sort of damn someone, you censure them. Yeah, so you kind of castigate them. Let's see. Product from RIT. What is this? I really don't know. Fish feared by dragons and How to Train Your Dragon. Eels, I guess. I didn't know that. So RIT must make dye. Okay, that must be correct. So we can, I think, move on. Creature of Sherpa folklore, right? A yeti from, the Himalayas, for instance. And then Phuket native would be someone from Thailand, Thai. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But that definitely looks like a Thai place name. And then stalling sounds would be us, as in, or. And then Stevie Wonder question, Isn't She Lovely? Yeah, it's a classic Stevie Wonder song. And then Death of a Salesman is Willie Loman from that play. To promote something is to plump for it. Doesn't fit, obviously. To ply doesn't really work. The least amount a person might give. You might give 1 whit, maybe. You say, I don't give 1 whit. In other words, I don't even care the least amount. Let's see if that holds. Puts the pedal to the metal. You guns it in a car. So if you promote something, you could plug it. Yeah. And then Rollins of a Woman Under the Influence. Gina Rollins was in that film. So does this work with 1 whit? World's most watched television franchise informally. World's most watched. What would be the most watched thing in the world? I don't know. Twofold. If something happens twofold, it happens twice, or what else would fit here? I don't know. Fairy tale baddie, an ogre, perhaps. It seems like this would be the. It doesn't come up often enough, I don't think, but it feels like the official fairy tale baddie of the New York Times crossword. Some island rings are K's, maybe. Loses color. Something loses color, or a person, maybe. Pales. Maybe this is 1 iota. Does that help me with this? World's most watched television franchise. I don't know. Loses color does look like pales. Twofold. Oh, dual, maybe? Oh, Idol, maybe. Like American Idol and all of, they have, there's versions of that all over the world. Maybe that's what that's about. Let's see. Some island rings. Oh, lays. I think they mean like a flower garland, a ring that you put around your neck from, for instance, the islands of Hawaii. Okay, I think that's what that'll be. And then console for the game Pitfall, the classic Atari console. And then a sharp knock might be, a rap on the door. Price of makeup at the dollar store informally. Something rouge. What would this be? Something rue. Price. I can't see it. I'm not good at getting these right off the bat. Gain, grow, or gain a, not sure. Two in a hand. Could be, what, a pair or something? Or a low card? I don't know. Blank Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7 actor Sacha Baron Cohen, which I think is spelled this way. Does that help me with this? Price of makeup at the dollar store informally. Oh, Buckaroo. Buckarouge, right? Okay. So it's at the dollar store, so it costs $1, $1, and it's $1 for some rouge, some makeup. There we go. That's what that is. Okay, so if you ticked someone off, you irked them. And then to feel sore is to ache. Setting for many a joke with a priest, a pastor, and a rabbi is, the bar, yeah, a priest, a pastor, and a rabbi walk into a bar, they often say. Rhyming word after speed would be, you could speed read something. And two in a hand, a deuce. It was a 2 card in your hand in a game of poker or something, but yeah, we call it a deuce in that context, I guess. And then to gain is to earn money, for instance. Headline during a zombie attack. Wait and siege, maybe, or something? From wait and see? I guess so. That seems plausible. Greeting that becomes another greeting if you add an A at the front and reverse it. If you add an A at the front and then reverse it. I don't know. What greeting would fit in here? Not really sure. Hopefully I didn't misspell zhuzh up. A half-filled auditorium per Robert Frost. I don't know that either. From the poet Robert Frost, I'm not sure. Pair of cymbals with a foot pedal is a hi-hat. Tennis umpire's call. Oh, let. Maybe this isn't wait and siege. I guess that didn't seem completely fitting. So tennis umpire's call is let, I think, if the ball it hits the net and goes over in a serve. Half-filled auditorium per Robert Frost. I'm not sure. Subject. Or subject. Not sure. Discover by chance could be to hit on something. Partner of odds could be ends, odds, and ends. If something's no longer applicable, it's... Don't know. In a school with both Princeton and Carleton. Is this Eton? I've never seen this particular way of cluing the school. It's definitely the official private school of the New York Times Crossword, Eton, outside of London. Within both Princeton and Carleton. I don't know what that... Don't quite know what this is getting at. I'm not sure if this is right. Let's see. Subject. A theme. It could be the subject of, an essay or something. It's theme. Okay, so something's no longer applicable. It's moot. It's a moot point. No longer applies. So stinging insects are... Why do I not see what that is? I don't know. Okay, prepare to do an oil change. Say, pop the hood. Yeah, you open up the hood so people can change the oil. So what's the headline during a zombie attack? The Dead Siege? As in the Dead Sea. Is that a phrase? The Dead Sea. Or maybe it's the title of something? I think that must be right. What is this? Hola. And then aloha? Yes, okay. So hola is, greeting in Spanish. And then if you add an A to the beginning of this and then reverse that entire thing, you get the Hawaiian greeting, aloha. There we go. So a half-filled auditorium per Robert Frost is hell. Okay, I get that. That seems that it's fair enough. Stinging insects are Ked ants? Is that something? No. Oh, red ants. Yes, okay. What are keds? Are those a kind of fly? And then Tolkien trilogy to fans is Lord of the Rings, LOTR. To chop off a limb, for instance, would be to lop it off. Cry of defeat is I lost. Is this thing on? You might ask. You sort of tap it. Then let's look at these, but maybe in the half-filled auditorium of hell. Cashier's tray is a till where money is collected, and aloo gobi is a potato curry in Indian cuisine. And so, no, I have something wrong. Oh, what a shame. Okay. Let's see. I'll just pause the video, quickly run through this, see if I can find my mistake, and then come back. Apologies to everybody who saw me put in whatever was incorrect. Hopefully be back soon. Found it pretty quickly, actually. This is obviously wrong. What was this? Oh, I'm just a typo. I need to get better at that. I've been making typos more often recently, I think. So munitions are arms, plural, which I did say out loud, but I never check the crosses. It almost always, these mistakes are when I don't check the crosses. So if something's just okay, it's so-so, and I really should have looked at that. And hopefully that was the only error. It was. Well, there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. So, let's see. Yes, here was our revealer. So our revealer, the kind of, in this case, literally central answer that ties together the whole theme, explains and ties together the whole theme. So to fancify something is to zhuzh it up. Also a phonetic hint to 17, 23, 50, and 62 across. Zhuzh up. We put a zh sound at the end of a number of phrases and create new punny phrases. So the neutral shade in some Florida decor, Tampa Bay, becomes Tampa Beige. Here, skip to my loo becomes skip to my luge, a lighthearted invitation for joining one's sled team. The Dead Sea becomes the Dead Siege, a headline during a zombie attack. And finally, Buckaroo becomes Buck a Rouge, the price of makeup at the dollar store, informally. There we go. A nice, reasonably simple Wednesday theme. This one requires a bit more attentiveness because obviously the common phrases have been modified. So you need to sort of at least get the punniness of the clues, and then it helps to understand the theme as well. There we have it. That was the Wednesday crossword. Let me know how you fared with this one in the comments below the video or the Daily Solve Discord chat server. I will be always curious to know, and do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos. Oh, there's also apparently some sort of hype button that has appeared under the videos. I don't know how that works, but I do appreciate if you hype these videos as well. So thanks to anyone who's done that. And anyway, I will be back tomorrow for the Thursday edition of the crossword, possibly more complex themes, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.